Am I the asshole for not wanting to share my college fund with my little brother? I am a rising senior at my high school. I'm getting ready for the college application season in a couple months and have several schools selected, most of which are various state schools. I have a spreadsheet with information on them, including costs of tuition and call for students there. I have functions on the sheet. They show how well I'd be able to afford it using my college savings account that my parents have and my own general savings. My parents and recently welcomed in my baby brother 1.5M. I was an only child before. I was talking to my mom about college and showed her my spreadsheet. Then she told me that I need to adjust it for half of the college savings as they were planning to give my brother half for his college savings. I was pretty shocked by this since they have 16 years to save up for his college, if that's something he'll even want to do. I ran the numbers with half the savings and it's not looking good. I want to graduate with as little debt as possible and taking away half is pretty damaging to that. I tried talking to both of my parents about it but they wouldn't budge. My dad said it's their money so it's up to them how they get to spend it and I'm not entitled to it, which I understand. They said they're hoping to retire early so they have more time with my brother. Funding another college fund would push back their retirement. He also said I should just save more money and not waste it. He's upset I bought myself a Switch with my paycheck last month. I usually put most of my paycheck into my savings. He said I'm a smart girl and they can help me figure it out. I still don't think it's fair to lose a good amount of my college funding 15 months away from starting to someone who won't use it for over 15 years. Am I the asshole for not wanting to split the fund with my brother? I'd say not the asshole. If they started your college fund when you were a baby then they have the same amount of time to do it for him. If they don't want to keep putting money away for another 18 years they should have thought about that before having another kid. Not the asshole. It's a real asshole move on their part to suddenly take away the funding they had promised you all along. You made plans based on this promise. Tell them you've found a solution and you plan to open an OnlyFans to fund your college. It might get them to reconsider. I'm kinda laughing at them being judgmental about the Switch purchase. Oh, please, college is literally thousands of dollars and a Switch is less than $400. Not the asshole. Your parents lead you to believe that you'd have access to the full fund and then pulled the rug out from under you at the last minute. Yes, it is their money, but that doesn't make them not an AH. Not the asshole. X200B. But you cannot force them to keep their empty promises. X200B. So take what you get, and know you can never trust them. See them a lot less once you are trial college and when they are old and need something, point at your brother to take care of them. Not the asshole. He also said I should just save more money and not waste it. He's upset I bought myself a Switch with my paycheck last month. That Switch is the cost of any college textbook. It didn't set you back any. What a great way to teach you that your brother is a drain and harm to you. Obviously he isn't really, it's them. Giving half to him doesn't make any sense. They're 40, they have time. If they wanted to retire early they shouldn't have had another kid. Out of curiosity, are you from a culture that favors boys? Info you said you put most of your paycheck into your savings. Is that the same savings they are trying to give your brother half of? You can't stop them from splitting it even if it's unfair, but make sure any money you put into it is taken out before they give your brother half. Not the asshole. These people have been telling their child that they're gonna have their financial needs met for college their entire life, and then instead they replace them with another child as a retirement project that will ultimately make their promise to you impossible. It's not that you're entitled to it, it's that you've been told your entire life that it was there for you, and now it isn't, and your parents did that. They can't act like you aren't allowed to have feelings about funds being literally yanked from you due to their selfishness. Well, the parents have already planted the seed of Op hating on his little brother LOL. I just hope Op doesn't come out too many people out there. Info. So they aren't planning to save any further monies for your brother. Not the asshole, but also nothing you can do about the situation. Just have to accept it and figure it out. Not the asshole. Are they going to split it in half when his doubles BC it's had more time to gain interest? Or if he doesn't want to go to college? There are loans, grants, and scholarships you can apply for. I'm sorry you got pushed behind on what you wanted, but there are other ways. Not the asshole. Your parents are awful, though. Early retirement is not compatible with a late-in-life baby, and they are trying to force it to work by putting the financial strain on you. I'm wondering if they always wanted a boy and now that they have one, they feel fine taking from their less desirable girl. It is their money, sadly, and they are absolutely within their legal rights to screw you over. Info: do you have grandparents? Can they help? Edit: if you don't have any other resources, consider the future with student debt. It's not the end of the world. Don't stay at home unless that was your plan. Also, as others said, consider a community college for the 1st of February years. Also, think about working for a non-profit in order to help defray loan costs. Try not to be bitter or angry. I think it's super wrong of your parents to do this, but you can only control your actions. Don't let them get you down. Not the asshole as far as your post title goes, and their desire to retire early to spend more time with your brother must really hurt, but they've made up their minds and you have to deal with that. Half is better than nothing. They said they'll still cover my living expenses if I continue to live at home if I want to commute. Does living at home also mean you would have to babysit your little brother during your free time, i.e. while you study, see friends, etc.? Better talk to them about this also. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. The asshole. Your parents made the decision to have another child in life, which is great. I did the same thing. However, that is not your responsibility. Yes, the money is theirs, but the intent your entire life was that idea saved for your education. As parents, we teach our children how to be good people, and right now your parents are not leading by example. Although they might not see it this way. You're well on your way to adulthood. They should have treated you with more respect and had an actual discussion with you. Not the asshole, but this is your warning sign on how the rest of your life will be. If I were you, I'd singularly focus on school and work and bust my butt to get independent ASAP. I'd take classes year-round to finish ASAP, study a degree with a lucrative salary, work paid internships that lead to a future career. Study, work, eat, sleep for 3-4 years. Yes, people can still graduate in 3 years. I'd seize my independence, then I'd probably go low contact with my parents. Not the asshole, you're right that it doesn't seem fair. As a compromise, could you do a rate of return calculation on the money? If they save half the money, then with interest or market returns, the actual money he'll have will be much higher than you. Maybe you can argue that if they don't invest any more money after you're 18, if they have you 2-3 the savings, he'd still end up with more than you. Not the asshole, but I doubt they'd change their minds. Not the asshole, and if I were you, I'd take the money and go no contact. They can enjoy their new life with their infant they prioritize over you. Not the asshole. Tell them to keep their money and you'll do loans on your own or start an OnlyFans at 18. They will waffle. They also have plenty of time to save more for your sibling. Not the asshole. I'd maybe agree with your parents' mentality if they'd been upfront about planning a second pregnancy in advance. However, your mother and father didn't even bother suggesting you might curb your expectations 2 years ago. They could have given you forewarning years ago, but they changed the rules and then said, should have saved your money, which is rich coming from them. They should have started saving for your brother when the pregnancy came up. Not the asshole. Everyone gave you great advice on how to save more money for college already. All I'm gonna recommend is remembering this if when they come to you for money for your brother or themselves after they